What up? What up? What up? Strike League Podcast, man. Episode number 131. My name is Randy Little. Same face that you see at the beginning of every single other episode over the course of how long we've been doing this. I primarily got a full squad back for the first time in 2 or 3 shows. Eric, Nick, Rocket. We talk some news, Crow trailer, Scream 7. There's something else that we touch upon that I cannot remember what it was. Venom the Last Dance, which skewed into a Sony making Marvel movies tangent, but it was still kind of related. But for the majority, we talk about the Oscars. That was on last weekend, and that was fun. That was fun because I think for the most part we were all pleased with most of the winners. So recently in the theater, let's just go over into recent theatrical releases. Since the last episode, Kung Fu Panda 4 has come out. Imaginary has come out. I think Damsel with Millie Bobby Brown is on Netflix. And this past weekend, Arthur the King came out. I think Love Lies Bleeding expanded. And I want to say there was something else major that isn't. Oh well, Ricky Stenicki is on Prime. John Cena, Zac Efron. Upcoming, we got Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire. Again, I feel like there's something else that comes out this weekend, and I don't remember what it was. Like Ghostbusters is a major franchise, but did no other studio have the balls to put something up against it? The weekend of the next episode, when we'll do the second quarter preview. Godzilla times Kong, X Kong versus Kong, and Kong, A New Empire. Is it The New Empire or is it A New Empire? Comes out, and again, like something probably comes out on streaming. I don't remember specifically, but I don't know of anything else that comes out in the theater that weekend. So, the Tuesday after the last episode on physical media, the only thing I added to my collection that weekend was the Heroes complete series box set. But it looks like some boutique labels put out a Kickboxer steelbook. Wow. Brawl and Cell Block 99, Little Monsters got releases. There's a 10 movie Saw box set, even though 11 comes out in September. The dumbest fucking thing. People will buy them, and then they'll buy 11. So, the 12th of March was a pretty busy Tuesday for new releases. Disney put out 4Ks of The Abyss, True Lies, and Aliens. Consider yourself one of the lucky ones if you actually have those in your hand already, because simpletons like myself do not. Poor Things came out. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom came out. Wish, also from Disney, came out. Kung Fu Panda, the original, got a 4K. The TV version of The Shining got a Blu-ray. Anyone But You came out. Rick and Morty Season 7 came out. Ferrari came out. ISS, not sure what that is, though. The remake of The Color Purple. Freelance, John Cena, Allison Brie. All of this came out. So this upcoming Tuesday, which I believe is the 19th, Suits, the complete series, gets a box set. Looks like Changing Lanes and Witness get 4Ks. I see some re-releases. Manchurian Candidate, Child's Play, Carrie, the 2013 Carrie, Blazing Saddles, Appaloosa. And then the Tuesday before the next episode, another Tuesday that they dumped a bunch of titles. Looks like To Die For is getting a Criterion release. The Iron Claw is finally coming out. Paramount Presents is putting out Primal Fear. Season 1 of Wednesday is getting a Blu-ray, which I think is a studio call, not a Netflix call. Warner Archive is putting out Money Talks. Good Burger 2 is coming out from Paramount Plus. Kino Labor is still putting out seasons of Monk, and it looks like 5 comes out on the, where are we at, the 26th. The Crow Salvation. Looks like the Book of Clarence is getting a Blu-ray. And that seems to be it for physical media, man. So I'll be back. Squad with me. And we'll talk about movie-related topics. Rec League Podcast. Hey, back in this thing. I think we got a full panel for the first time in 2.5 months. Bottom left, Nicky and a Goody B. How's it going, dude?
Hey.
True or false, did you sign those DVDs before you showed them to us?
No, I never did figure out. Like, I deduced that the one was Tilda Swinton because it was the only thing that looked even remotely like anybody else's name. And so I priced it at like $75. So
Nice.
If you want a Tilda Swinton signed DVD, I've got you for $75.
At the Nick Goodman
or
on
D.
eBay.
Wallace signed Cujo for $35.
Top right, Rocket Man. I tried, but I don't think the audio only version of our last episode went anywhere outside of the Anchor. Sorry, dude.
Hey, what?
Bottom left, Gary Anthony Williams from Undercover Brother. Smart brother.
Killing me, man.
That's good.
All right. So, first of all, since Rocket isn't going to be here for the whole pod, we might as well get the Crow trailer out of the way.
Open-minded. I'm going to put it like this.
You better than me.
Remember, my all-time favorite movie is the original Crow. That said, every movie is a product of its time. When that first came out,
That's not always a good thing.
it came out at the right time. And I also like I was telling some people, let's say Brandon Lee doesn't pass away making the movie, does it hit as hard as most people know? And I think, because of his death on set, it heightens the movie. And like I said, not many people knew about this movie coming out. And when it came out, and the stories are like what happened on set and the shortcuts they took, and then the unfortunate passing of Brandon Lee and the other issues they had behind the scenes. Like I said, it's a cult classic for most, but also I think it also heightened the movie up. It gave it that more allure, even though something bad happened, but it gave it that allure. Now, I have the graphic novel. I'm going to read it before this new version comes out. But if you think about it,
You got 9 weeks.
I seen pictures of the graphic novel and what Bill Skarsgård looks like. Not going to lie, it looks pretty similar to a degree, certain things. But also, in The Crow, the original, that soundtrack was its own character.
Ooh, yeah.
And I think that played into that movie as well. So, I don't know if people have seen it. I know it's going on Twitter or whatever. Like, they have footage of Jason Momoa in stills painted up as the Crow. And he looks pretty much like Brandon Lee. Like, it looks pretty eerily
I
similar.
think friend of the
So I
show,
think-
Hector, put that in his stories after the initial Skarsgård picks, right?
I think so.
Yeah, they
But
look.
I've seen like
he
other
looks
people
pretty
have been
good.
putting it out. But I will say this: I'm going to be open-minded, and it's okay. Remember, Brandon Lee, his legacy is cemented. For most of us, he is the Crow. Not going to lie. Let's see what this iteration brings. Like I said, The Crow came out in 93, 94, and around that time. That's 30, 31 damn years ago. Now this is a new version. It's okay. Like I said, it's my favorite movie of all time, but it's okay to have two good versions of the same type of movie.
That's a fact.
And if this movie bombs, you still got the original.
That's a fact.
People need to be a little bit open-minded. I've seen stuff on Twitter like, no, this movie sucks. We don't even know. I mean, for all we know, the movie can suck. Like, the trailer is the best part of the movie, and so be it. We don't know. I know they're playing more into the love story of Eric Draven and Shelley and all that. They're playing into more of that, so they're fleshing that out. But at the end of the day, it seems like people say, it's the Joker meets, John Wick. Like some of that vibe, like I like that though. Some of the action stuff, it is definitely a lot gorier than the first one. Blood all over the place. I mean, you could tell. But I tell people, if you love the first one, that's great. Let's have an open mind. I mean, Bill Skarsgård is an A-list talent actor. I mean, the guy's phenomenal. Let's see what he brings to this.
Yeah.
The only negative I have is the actress. Like I said, it's only the trailer, but that little vibe, what I heard, I was like, I don't know. But like I said, let's see her role in the context of the movie. Like Danny Houston, phenomenal actor. But to me, it's going to be interesting how he plays as the antagonist, as the villain. So we'll go from there.
Like Wonder Woman. Eric?
He's better as like a dickhead than like an evil, like menacing. Like you ever watched Yellowstone? Like he's like a dickhead on Yellowstone.
He's
like
good in
a
Yellowstone.
Dickhead. And it's like yeah, that's like the perfect role for him, like a dickhead. I don't know if I want him as like
X-Men Origins or Wonder Woman. Gun to your head, which Danny Houston get bad guy right now?
I remember him more in X-Men Origins. Not to say he's better, but like I remember his role more in that than I do from Wonder Woman.
I've erased Origins from my mind.
Yeah, I think of Wonder Woman. I think of the lady with the face, Dr. Poison.
With the face.
Oh man.
The lady with the face. I think of Gal Gadot. You know the lady with the face.
We all wear masks, metaphorically speaking.
I don't know, like, people. There would be a negative reaction to this trailer regardless.
Yeah.
I think even if Jason Momoa like came out and it looked like a carbon copy, people would be bitching about that.
Yeah.
So I said like, at least this doesn't look like it's copying the thing. Like, it's like, okay, what if we tried to do this in like now in like 2004? It's giving me like 2013 14 vibes, but it's like, what if we did this now?
No.
And it's like, I don't hate it. Like the trailer is cool, and it's like, and people are like, no, this ruins the legacy. I'm like, it doesn't.
That's not a thing.
And all those other sequels didn't.
That's what I'm saying. If those didn't destroy the legacy, because the first one is a classic. It's a cult classic, sure, but like its legacy holds forever. There's people that like live and die by the Crow.
Edward Furlong cameo where we riot.
So I'm like, even if this sucks, it's like pretty harmless. I don't think it's gonna kill anybody's careers. I don't think it's gonna like. I'm fully expecting to rank it second, like in my list. Like when I rewatch them all, it's like it's probably gonna be the second best Crow movie.
My thing,
but I don't.
My question is, let me ask this: y'all referred to it, Sean and Nick. Y'all referred to it as a thing, as a cult classic, but is it really that?
Was it the weekend it came out?
It was
in the 90s. Did they say cult classic after opening weekend?
Now, since it came out,
yeah.
I mean, it made it.
My shit,
like Beetlejuice.
My thing is it's brand recognition. This could have been called anything else. This could have been any other kind of movie. Motherfuckers die, do a comeback, revenge, love, blah, da, 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 da. It's the Crow to put asses in seats, just like Child's Play.
Right.
I saw somebody, like Randy, like you said, I saw somebody put on Twitter too, is like, for the trailer, it's a good action trailer. And someone wrote, but not a good Crow trailer. And I'm thinking, it's like
I have no basis for comparison.
this movie, and like, if this movie was named The Revenge or something totally wild, not The Crow, I guarantee people be like, oh, this looks badass.
What if it was called Blackbirds and
But,
Guns and Swords?
Yeah, and that's the thing is like, because it is The Crow, people are thinking of that. Like I said, it's okay to hold the other one in high regard. Like, I agree with Nick.
That's a fact.
Good, bad, or different, this looks better than, like, I got the original and I got Crow City of Angels. Man, I think I was in that movie. That's how bad that shit was.
Which
But
one?
I have it because that was the only one part of that series on Blu-ray.
Which one did we get that clip from the other day?
I got to order Salvation, even though that's not good, but at least to have it part of the collection. But I agree with Nick. I could see this being as at least the second best one out of that. Because from what I heard, the TV series with Mark Dacascos.
Mark Dacascos, yeah.
Yep. That was better than the other movies.
Who was
Yeah,
also
it
in a
was.
John Wick
and
movie.
people ranking The Crow and then the TV series.
Yeah, very underrated TV series.
Yep. And I wish they had that I can get my hands on. So I mean,
that was allowed to happen. None of that killed the legacy.
Yeah. But also, like I said, look at the characters though. You had Brandon Lee. What happened to Ernie Hudson. Fantastic. Villain Michael Wincott. That guy played that perfect to perfection.
Yeah,
and that's why top dollar. When I see Danny Houston, I'm like, it's like, well, I love Danny Houston, but I'm like, are we serious? Like
yeah, but for that role,
Serious?
is he supposed to be
weird.
top dollar?
And that's the thing. What is he? Like they don't even mention his name.
Little penny.
So it's
Loose change.
Yeah.
it's just Biolings it was a sister in that. It's just
I'm gonna
the first was perfect.
I'm gonna attempt something that's gonna be kind of hard because and I'm gonna use another movie as an example. The thing is the unfortunate circumstances. As much as you can put it to the side. Aside from that, it's a good movie.
It is.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
And it's not because of the circumstances. I mean, for example, R.I.P. Paul Walker, the Brick Mansions is
Oof.
not.
I good.
It's a remake of
Oof.
District B13, which is the better version of that movie. And Brick Mansions.
Brick Mansions with some cheeks, bruh.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And people try to call it y'all just like The Crow because Brandon Lee. No, it ain't that. Alex Proyas made an excellent movie.
Isn't that that's the only reason why people like The Dark Knight, right?
I mean, exactly. People try to cry with that. And
The Dark Knight is my favorite movie of all time. Would it be if Heath Ledger didn't pass away? Emphatically, yes.
yeah, it's
Probably, yeah. There's always the different question of like, would it? It's like we probably wouldn't think of it 100% the same way. We would still think of it as a great movie, and The Crow, it would be like, yes, we still think of The Crow as a great movie.
yeah. I mean, so many different things would have happened. I mean,
I've seen The Dark Knight a
it's
million
just like,
times. and
throwing a rock into the.
after those
What's
first two or three times watching The Dark Knight, I don't know how many times I thought of Heath Ledger passing away, other than he's given a great performance.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Wikipedia
The
does not
Crow,
have Danny
the
Houston's character
2024
listed.
Crow. Not at all. They just
No,
yeah, that's weird.
They got Skarsgård, and Shorty's name is FKA Twigs. The dude that
she's an artist or something.
the chick Shia LaBeouf had that incident with.
Oh, that's her.
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
So there's another character. I don't know who that is. But
yeah, but this is also something another to mention. That's the age. Going back to The Crow, the TV show with Mark Dacascos, that was allowed to be what it was. It was good. That wasn't in the age of social media. Also,
Yeah.
and that's also something that's it is what it is. People judge when the photo came out. The photos.
Yeah.
The trailer didn't stand a chance because of the photos.
I was like, look at these fuck ass photos.
So
But, like,
yeah,
time if he was wearing just the white like make with the leather Edward Scissorhands suit, like I'd be like, I don't love this either.
Yeah,
like
you can't win in the
based.
yeah.
So I'd rather them do their own thing. And him
Right.
getting shot like walking up the stairs and stuff, like that's cool. I'm sorry, that looks
That look dope to me.
Yeah, it's
That
some
looks
awesome. Yeah, you can't say that the trailer's totally. I can't say that it's whack. Period. It's just okay. We'll see.
And
It
even the
just didn't-
visuals to that trailer were pretty solid. Like the visuals to it were pretty solid. And like I said,
Did when he like
The
point
Crow?
blank blasted that dude? Did did the face kind of explode before they
Yeah.
cut? I thought I saw that. I was like,
It was
oh,
like-
that's kind of graphic for a trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the best part of that trailer, if you think about it, was the scene where they get the sword through him and the guy pulls it out and he
Yeah.
puts the gun where his soul's at and he just blows him away through.
Yeah,
his
that was
own,
dope.
Like, to me,
It's
that
some
was like,
awesome
all right, that's kind of
ideas
dope.
in it.
That was
People
kinda
aren't
dope.
talking. Yeah.
Is,
Notice how people aren't talking about the good stuff.
is it directed
Yeah,
by the
but
Rise of the
everybody-
Apes dude, or is it is it directed by the dude who like threw away his marriage for Kristen Stewart for like a month?
He said for like a month.
I would do that, so let's not judge.
I'm not judging. Is it Rupert Wyatt or Sanders?
I would do that
It's-
exact thing.
Sanders, right?
I'm just trying to tell people, like, keep it up in mind.
Yeah.
Keep it up in mind.
If I
Like I said,
have
if this was
to.
named something else, we'd be raving about it. Like,
Yeah.
to me, but and also
Raven.
I
Raven.
like that, right? But I like the song that they used too for the trailer. Like it kind of fit. So but that's also the key component too. Is what is this soundtrack going to sound like to this movie?
See, like maybe it's because
'Cause
I
I think
haven't
the
seen the
first-
original yet. The trailer didn't do enough to get me to care. It wasn't bad. I just don't care yet.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if I only
But
have
also,
a
like-
short amount of time that weekend, I'm watching Bad Boys 4.
Was it the same weekend?
Yeah,
Yep.
for now.
Ooh. Really?
Both
Yeah.
on
For now, they're gonna move
both
that.
on June 7th.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this, do you think, Randy? Let me ask you this question. You said you haven't seen the original. You know, hopefully you can watch the original before this one. Do
No
you
Trigger,
think?
Well, what's my name, dog? I
But
already
Randy
know
Crowe?
when I'm watching it.
my thing is this: do you think this is going to skew? Now hearing all the stuff, now going into seeing the original Brandon Lee, you think that's going to skew your
It
vision
won't.
of what that?
No, like
I
I've
don't think it won't.
I've
either,
always
but
known the
I have
gist.
to ask the question.
I've always known the gist. You know what I'm saying? Like they get attacked, he comes back, revenge. Nah,
Yeah.
like
But
I
though,
know,
watching the movie.
I know the following.
The pacing, the visuals, all that.
It's fantastic.
and like it's like dope that it came out in that era of like the Rocketeer and the Shadow and the Phantom, and it was like the best of those like obscure comic book movies, right?
Mm.
So
Yeah.
grunge music was at its peak, and it came out has that grungy
Yeah,
feel
Yeah.
to it. You know, like
yeah,
the
that was like a
Cure
real,
was
like,
like
weird.
it's just
What was it like? Highlander 3, or the Dimension or whatever.
Yeah,
the
well,
final
For
dimension.
whatever reason, that one had like grunge music and like heavy metal, and it was like, oh, this was a time.
yeah.
That was a good. But like the Crow didn't suck though. That's the thing.
The Crow didn't suck.
It was
Well,
really great.
Highlander 3 was an upgrade over the second one,
Like-
that's for sure.
Like the Highlander with Edge.
Oh yeah. Was it Mario Van Peebles in that?
Yeah, he was
Uh,
the main villain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, a quick bullet that I figured I'd bring up. How do we feel about Venom: The Last Dance?
Michael Jordan.
I'm good.
Well,
He might be.
Michael Jordan took that title personal.
He might be.
I'm good. If
It already sounds stupid. Like I don't know how true it is, but I heard that Tom Hardy's Venom is gonna go through different universes looking for other Eddie Brock's Venoms, symbiotes.
hate that.
But it's like, yeah, it's like, dog, like in Let There Be Carnage, there was no hinting of this. He didn't meet any other Venoms in the 2 seconds he was in No Way Home. Why? Just why? Like, man,
Like,
Sony, bruh.
Yeah. Who's
Super
directing
Grace?
this one? Because I know Circus didn't come back, did he?
No, Circus ain't come back. I know it's a female director. Because Tom Hardy was praising her. Kelly Marcel.
Yeah,
And this
whoever
is
she is. What does she do?
She wrote Let There Be Carnage. She wrote the original. She produced both of them. She wrote 50 Shades of Grey and Saving Mr.
This is her
Banks.
directorial debut.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
A woman directed Madam Web. See how that went.
You gonna get canceled, Nick. You be careful.
Do this again?
I wanted to make a Craven joke, but I think the director of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom did Craven.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I'm guessing.
Was that Bayona?
I'm pretty sure. I can't get to the page.
He's got like an
Nah,
Academy Award
the dude who did Triple Frontier. I knew it was one of those abbreviated first name dudes.
I like that movie.
J.C. Chandor.
Actually, yeah.
He did a Most Violent Year. Craven could sneakily be enjoyable.
My dad thinks Craven looks amazing, so it's got the dad seal of approval.
Yeah, if Papa Goodman likes it, then I'm sold.
But the thing is, I don't know. Sony is the ultimate. Well, no, that's Warner Brothers. But Sony is probably up there with the ultimate studio interference movies, making a negative product.
They might take the cake. Like when
I'll
you
be
really
shocked
look
if
at
Ghostbusters
the slate
is good.
of movies, because it's like Warner Brothers will still put out
trash,
the occasional good movie, or even like when you look at the bigger picture.
It's true.
You're like, you think of all the shit Warner Brothers does, and then they put out Aquaman, the Lost Kingdom. Lost Kingdom,
yeah.
Last Kingdom.
Aquaman and the Lost box office.
You're like,
yeah,
okay. And then it's like when Sony does it, they give you Madam Web and Morbius. And it's like,
you know what's the shitty part about the Madam Web thing? I gotta buy the
that it was made by Sony
because I got all these MCU fucking movies.
That Steelbook is so gross. That Steelbook is so gross. With anyone but you not getting a slip, I'm thinking Madam Web might not have a slip.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I'm gonna buy it.
This Christopher Abbott dude that's about to be the Wolfman is in Craven.
Worse. But it's like
Castor Troy's brother is gonna be the Rhino.
Venom is gonna be better.
I think Venom is gonna have some absurd element of fun because, like, the first two did, even though they're not the best movies.
All he's gotta do is fight Spider-Man.
I don't want Tom Hardy's Venom to fight
something to put it in the trailer.
Any of the established Spider-Man.
But the thing is, this though is
like something. How you gonna?
I'll tell you this right now. Tom Hardy's a world-class actor.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Catwoman exists, and Batman
Aaron Taylor
wasn't
Johnson ain't no such either. Aaron Taylor Johnson's a good actor, but not many people like Tom Hardy. The first Venom was a great note, but Tom Hardy made it fun. He put his own. He carried that movie. The second one, Tom Hardy, and Woody Harrelson, who's just as good. So they have talent there. Was it the movie? No,
but they killed off Carnage.
They committed to it.
Madam Web, not good.
No.
From what I heard, and I was reading articles, the guy who played the villain,
trash.
He actually is like nominated for awards in his country, like as an actor.
Good for his country.
Even his voice, I guess they dubbed his voice.
So the thing that's what's going to what I was talking about, studio interference. Somewhere along the lines, they changed major plot points and they didn't reshoot enough that they should have. And their scenes, he's obviously has to get some.
He's not talking.
He is not. It's literally the first scene when he's with a young lady, and it's like Kung Pao.
You haven't seen it, Rocket? Right? You haven't watched Madam Web?
It's
Madam Web?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen it.
Oh, okay.
Like 2
So-
hours of my life, I'll
so
never
we-
get back. But yeah,
we all saw the scene where he walked up to the 3 chicks. Hey, pretty girls, drink this Pepsi. And his lips did not move.
It's like, you ever watch
Product
Family Guy? Where
He's
it's
like,
like,
"Oh,
oh,
It happened at the barbecue when Mike Epps was cooking it. It's like, I'm so thirsty.
I had this booty sweat. It was like that. It was like, I can't drink that.
Drank booty
Yeah.
sweat, baby.
Booty sweat.
And they might as well, because Randy ain't taking any, see, they blurring my drink out right here. Oh,
Hell
like,
no.
oh, man.
But there's a whole
Brought
thing,
to you
like,
by
when
the
he goes
Indianapolis
up
Colts.
behind her, and she's taking a picture, and he's like, I agreed to be security for you because you
Yeah.
said a spider. And it's like, he's back there like,
Yeah, and I pay you a fortune. Please do this.
holy.
Nah,
I pay
bro.
you a fortune.
The acting was so bad in those first 2.5 minutes. Like, I knew what we were getting into 90 seconds
Yeah.
in.
That's what it was, yeah. Like, once I committed to, like, okay, this is going to be silly. If I don't take this super seriously, and, like, I've seen worse. Like, I've seen movies, I don't know. There's certain ones
Scary
that, like,
Movie
I feel
5.
like where they really took it seriously and it paid off less. Where I was like, at
Yeah.
least kind of silly. Like, I don't know. There's pretty women in this. It's kind of like Catwoman. Like, I don't think Catwoman is the worst. Because it's so
down there.
goofy. Whereas, like, I don't know, like, Elektra is bad and, like, not verbal.
That shit is some
Yeah.
cheeks, too.
That's bad.
Where I'm like, I remember, like, everything about Catwoman. Like, I remember seeing that on Twitter and being like, wow, this is nuts.
But I don't know. At this point, I don't know why they. At this point, either bring, because they're causing more problems than they are solutions. At some point, bring back Garfield or McGuire just to have a Spider-Man in one of these goddamn movies.
If you're going to put Venom, if he's going to jump back to back with fucking universes, which I guess is something that they're really committed to, it's just have him fight
Yeah.
Spider-Man in one. Have him be like, who are you? Who are you? I don't know. Put that in the
Yeah.
trailer. Asses in seats. It doesn't need to be good.
Yeah,
Something.
it could be. That's automatic. I mean, because obviously Garfield wants to come back.
Put him in
And
there.
that's the one you put in. Because I'll be
Yeah.
honest, remember, in No Way Home, remember what do you say? I never fought an alien. You know what I mean? Like, and you know,
The
like,
setup is already there.
it's already there. And the thing is, this is, we all know in No Way Home, the minute each
Facts.
Spider-Man, like, when he walked through the portal, we already knew which Spider, because of the style of the costume.
Mhm.
So whichever Spider-Man he fights, we're going to know this is Garfield Spider-Man just by the style. And you can
Right.
just have him fighting. And if you want to do the review at the end, he takes his mask off, whatever, okay. But everybody knows which style of costume each Spider-Man is from what dimension.
Sony's too busy
It's
trying
not
to fuck
near
up
the
Spider-Man
movie.
4.
He doesn't need to be in the whole movie. Just, like, if he's universe jumping or whatever, just have him do that in one. Put it in the trailer. Immediate record-breaking trailer on YouTube. 100%.
Yep.
As soon as people
I remember,
start going, oh my
Tom
god.
Hardy crossed over at the end
Yeah.
of
Doesn't
No
matter
Way
if it's good or
Home,
bad.
so he's there.
Doesn't
So
matter if
he
it's
already
good or bad.
crossed over. So
Gonna fix
Well,
your problem.
At the end of No Way Home, he went back, right?
He went
he
back.
went
yeah.
back.
We
He got
assume.
sucked back.
Yes,
Left
we
the
assume.
thing.
We assume.
The Last Dance could start, and he could be in a different universe. For whatever reason, he could get sent to another universe.
There
Right.
you go. Yeah, we don't know.
Fuck. This is sounding good now.
It's
He
Sony,
wrote a better movie than whatever they
Right.
got going.
We did a fantasy pitch meeting that should be happening for real.
it's Sony, so like he went back to his home universe, and then he'll end up fighting. He'll end up fighting some new symbiote that we've never heard of that they created just for the movie.
Yeah,
Michelle
because
Williams gonna be in this? She's gotta be tired of doing this shit.
Let's see.
Like Tom Hardy, it's like a thing, but like she's Academy Award nominee Michelle Williams when she's not doing this. Like anytime. I gotta go
Her,
do the
Juno
labels.
Temple,
It's really
and Chiwetel Ejiofor are confirmed in the movie. She's not.
Oh yeah, he's the bad guy.
Is he?
yeah, he gotta be.
Nominee.
But also, like, I agree with Eric.
But he's not
I
more
think
though.
Madam Web, I think there's somewhere in there, there's probably an idea for a better movie or it was messed with, like Morbius.
It was edited and deleted.
Morbius. There was, you could tell there was a better movie in there, and they just tinkered with it way too much.
And I mean, and when I said that, I could explain it better here since we're talking instead of writing. And what I mean about a better movie within Madam Web is the literal, not the flash forwards he has of them killing him. I'm like, man,
after they got their powers, because we never saw them get their powers.
Yep.
Right. They just. I'm like, y'all should have started at the midway point so we could have saw them in the suits, whatever, doing the things. And
oh yeah.
The stuff they showed in the trailer. In those suits.
Giggity.
As immediately. I'm not even saying that in a pervy way. It's like, look at these young women. Put them in the suits.
Yeah.
You're not helping your case, pervert.
Like, okay, this is good.
And I think Nick was saying this. Why is he? It's like unexplained. Why is he dressed like Spider-Man?
No, I've said that 1,002 times. Why does his suit look like Spider-Man?
Spider guy. He's like, it's some kind of spider person. No, it's an arachnid guy. And it's like,
when Spider-Man was literally being born right before the credits started, but the clairvoyant person couldn't guess the name Peter.
They treated him like Christ. And it was like, we know that's Uncle Ben. Like, there's not maybe a little child is going to be sitting there and not thinking, like,
I saw him in Parks and Recreation.
Like, maybe. But it's like, what? It's like, okay, she's pregnant. Okay, it's Peter Parker.
We get it.
Okay, what does that matter? Like,
I'll be honest with you. Dakota Johnson, I like her, but she's like the best actress around. That said, Adam Scott is giving his all. You know, you can tell he's giving his all. But with doing interviews, when your lead actress is trying to avoid Madam Web questions, that tells you right there that's not good.
Yeah. Supposedly she fired her agents after I mean, what does that tell you? And I gotta respect just her being genuine to her interest. And like, can you name 3 Spider-Man movies? Spider-Man, here you go.
Nah, bruh.
I saw that.
Oh, because
that's the best interview ever.
She's why all these reports came out that Sony is fleecing people into the fuck.
Yeah, they're tricking people into thinking it's part of the.
Because what in the ever loving fuck is this?
Nick has a doppelganger.
Nick has a doppelganger.
No,
there are 2 Nicks.
Everybody froze. Everybody froze. I was like, okay, that's probably me.
Okay,
2 Nicks.
There we go.
Yeah, I was like, what's going? We got a 5th guy?
There we go.
That was hilarious.
We were doing the Spider-Man.
But yeah, but you know something? Building upon that, you got to realize who we are talking here. And talking to the average moviegoer, they don't know the difference between Sony in association with Marvel and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They don't know.
They don't
know.
They
think it's somewhat connected. When you say Marvel, it's just a big umbrella.
Yeah.
It's a thing. When they talk about, like, audiences aren't stupid. I'm like,
yeah.
We don't know.
A lot of them kind of are.
I mean, you can't expect.
It's like
in this day and age, people still walk up to the box office and ask, "What is this movie about?" Mm-hmm. It's a small percentage, but people still do that.
I hear what's good playing, and it's like I work. I don't get movies. I work.
But that's all right, and more people are more privy. But no, those people are out there, and I don't know who the hell they are, but
I hate people.
I see them all the time.
People are stupid.
So
they are not.
But supposedly, what you were talking about, their friends within the industry supposedly tricked them into taking these roles. Like, was it Matt from Morbius?
Smith.
What's his name? Matt Smith. Somebody from the MCU told him that it was connected. And I forgot who he said. I know he, what's her name?
I would like to know that.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Zoe
She
Saldana,
told him,
Karen Gillan,
not Zoe, Karen Gillan told him because they're both connected with the
Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And they're buddies, and she told him like, yeah, it's gonna be connected, and he like, oh, who doesn't want to be part of?
Yeah.
Well, at probably 3-4 years ago, who didn't want to be part of the MCU?
Yeah.
You know, Tyrese thought he was joining the MCU.
Oh yeah.
He signed up for Morbius. You
Green
know
Lantern.
he told everybody.
Yeah.
He just making fun, but you know he was like, "You aren't ready."
Right.
My heavens.
But speaking of, I don't know, I take a little bit of a segue.
Ejectocito,
A lot of
cuz.
people. No, a lot of people have their opinion. I think this is right. I saw a great, reel, and I think it's do or die time for MCU before they just blow it up. If Deadpool 3 is going to be successful,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but the thing is it going to be good? Which I also think it should be.
It will.
Because it's the only MCU movie, and I think they're doing the right thing with that because they had I guess they had an idea with the TV shows to connect them to the movies, and they kind of blew up in their face.
Yeah.
Because they started with, I think, WandaVision, like, oh, you have to watch the TV show to be familiar, and the Marvels, who is this? She was in blah, blah, blah. And kind of with Deadpool 3, you have to have watched Loki to know who
At
the
the very
TVA
least,
is.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it can still work. You'll get a taste of who they are, but you won't really know who they are unless you watch Loki.
The Marvels was like the first thing where it really bit them in the ass.
Yeah.
Where it was like, because it was like Multiverse of Madness did insanely well. Like, it was great, and it was like, well, there were elements of WandaVision in there, but it was like people were excited to follow up Spider-Man after that. Like, they were, with Doctor Strange, and they thought it was going to have more Spider-Man payoff than it did, but it was still like people were ready, and it was all this who's going to be in it and yada yada. And it's like 2 years later, we're already kind of over the who's going to be in it thing, and it's like Deadpool's going to have a ton of who's going to be in it. Like, I'm banking on like everybody who's ever been in like a Fox movie being in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be like, it's either going to work really well, and then everybody's going to be like, see, and y'all didn't want cameos, or it's going to suck, and everybody's going to be like, see, look at all the cameos.
Yeah.
But it's like, something works. It's like when they don't do things like the Marvels, it makes $1 billion. But it's like, then they do the Marvels where it's not like 1,000 cameos, and it's not like, then it's like, oh.
But Kelsey Grammer.
So I think they're going to move away from the TV shows for sure, which is probably best. I'm okay with that. The shows are good.
Yeah,
So, Nev Campbell's coming back for Scream 7, and it's directed by Kevin Williamson. What y'all think?
Nothing. Moving on. So,
That'll incriminate me.
No, I mean, it's great. Nev Campbell is back, but at what cost?
Yep.
$10 million.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like literally, what is the cost? I want to know.
Right, like what that paycheck looking like. But we lost. Got one back and lost two, or probably four.
Yeah.
Straight up. What are the purpose? What purpose will Randy's related or niece and nephew? They'll have no purpose without the other two, right?
Yeah, I mean, if anybody could do it, I would hope Kevin Williamson still has some bang in his writing, but without the other two,
and that's the thing though too.
Will the movie be good or bad? It's like, who gives a shit? Like, it'll probably be good. Like, we want another one, like, for sure. Like, who cares? But it's like following it up 5 and 6. You need to be following it up the right way. And it's
it would have been their trilogy. Yeah.
It's like, we're already off to a horrible start doing that.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, you know why. You know what you did.
I'm still doing a Scream binge this year. I don't care.
Yeah.
We're going to see it. So.
Yeah, and what's the course of this story now? Because remember, like Eric was saying, you brought in Jenna Ortega.
Back in Woodsboro for the 6th time.
Yeah, and it's like, they started their trilogy with 5. You still had Nev Campbell in 5. You know, she's in 6. You know, but I mean, she's in 5. She's not in 6. But the young one, the young
Core
the younger
4.
kids are starting their own trilogy.
Core 4 rocket.
And now to when 7 comes out, they're nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna have that scene like
We'll get some quick dialogue. Well, in New York, they're still in New York, so
It's like,
who was it? It was Gail that said something about
Sydney sends her love.
She's with what's the husband?
I always say like
Patrick
Thank You for
Dempsey.
Smoking. Like there's a scene in Thank You for Smoking where they're smoking in space, and he's like, "Oh well, that's just quick fix. Just thank God we have the whatever device."
Yeah.
I always say that, like you can put that in there. It's like, oh well, good thing she's out of town this week.
Bring Dempsey back. We got Nev Campbell. Bring Dempsey back, and we can get 2 50-year-olds running away from Ghostface.
So, yeah.
And Eric.
I would put Patrick in it. Not like he's the most.
He's stupid and everything.
Like,
but no, I'm definitely curious. Kevin Williamson. I don't know. They must have hired him off of a pitch because this is not too far from all that happening. And what's his name leaving from a Happy Death Day? I'm forgetting his name.
Chris Landon.
which also sucks. But that was the smartest thing he could have done. He immediately said something, and it like blew up in his face, and he was like,
"Whoa!" I think he didn't give a damn because he had a story.
Yeah.
And obviously it was with them, and he wasn't going to do it without them. So that's more power to him.
Yep.
He was like, "Guys, leave me alone. I know it sucks."
I'm sure.
Like, why would you say that? He was, "I'm out. I'm gone."
Spyglass or Paramount just hit up Kevin Williamson like, "Hey, got any ideas for Scream?" And he was probably like, "Oh yeah, I do." But y'all gonna let me direct?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna pay Nev Campbell what she wants, and I'm gonna direct. And they want their franchise.
Yeah, it's gonna be intriguing. I
feel like it's gonna lose its luster though. I'm gonna go see it. We're gonna all go see it, but knowing what's happening. It's like, okay, is it now more? Are they just doing it just to do it?
Yes.
And end it, or is it gonna be good? Now, Kevin, like Eric saying, Kevin Williams said, I got faith in him. I think he's gonna put out the best product out there. But also, even knowing that, we know, like you said, we got Nev Campbell back. That's fantastic. But we lost 2 to 4 characters that were integral part of the story as of late.
But it's like, if anybody's gonna think, like, you know, if they were like, "Fuck, we have to fix this script and like give it a rewrite," I imagine Kevin Williams did that, right? Probably. So it's like, I imagine he looked it over and was like, "Okay, well, we can fix this. We can fix." I like that. I like that they didn't give it to some intern. Like, fix this tonight or you're fired. Like, okay.
No shit.
She was a robot the whole time. It's like, great, fucking, let's go.
You know what they should do?
Great, shoot it.
I got a twist. They should bring Corey from Halloween back, and he's the new Ghostface, and then Nev Campbell becomes Ghostface, and all that.
No,
there we go.
you again. We killed you.
I'm good on that.
But I don't know, what are they going to do? Because in some way, shape, or form, this is now the spoilers, all of the Scream movies the killers are connected by family somehow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Who's left? Who's left?
Sydney's kids.
Yeah.
Stewie's dead. Dead.
Am I not? It's true enough. Yeah, all family.
Yeah.
Connected in some way, 6-degree type of way. It's family.
Billy and Stu, mommy issues.
They're dead.
Yeah. Stu's Billy's mom, Billy's mother. And then the long lost brother.
Nick's favorite, Roman.
It was Roman.
Did
we lose? Yeah, we lost Nick again.
Nev Campbell's little baby.
Gosh. And then
it's gonna be Nev Campbell's kid is gonna be Ghostface at the age of 10.
And then how can fandom be toxic? And then his family. Oh, I forgot the Sydney's cousin.
And 4.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But it's interesting. I don't know if y'all pay attention. They had the Pittsburgh Steel Con and their screen panel, and Nev Campbell was actually with them. It was everybody from the original trilogy.
Since
And
the news
also,
announced?
No, it was before. And what's his name? He was the only one, quote unquote, odd one out. Rom-com guy, Maroney, Dermot Maroney.
Oh, he wasn't in the first three.
No. That's what I'm saying. He was the only one not in.
Oh, he was
part of the
there, but he
original
wasn't in
movies.
the original.
But he
three.
was there, yeah.
Okay.
And he was making some little jokes at Nev. It was funny. I gotta send the clip. But oh man. But yeah,
That's hilarious, Eric.
Nah, I don't know. I'm still looking at this frozen picture of Nick. I can't concentrate.
Let's break on that. We'll come back and talk react to the Oscars. All right, we got Nick and a Goody B thought out. So what'd you think of the Oscars, dude?
Yeah.
Because he was frozen.
I didn't check the thing. Did all y'all put Spider-Man to win animated movie?
Nick's not a team player. Nick's not a team player. He didn't participate.
I get logged into the thing.
Bullshit.
But no, I would have. I kind of thought The Boy and the Heron would take it. Yeah. It's what I would have voted for. Sorry.
But yeah, it's the best movie.
But,
But,
I just want the record to show that Rocket was first, I was second, and Eric was last.
Man, whatever.
You sad, bro? It's cool. I think last year Rocket beat me by one category last year too.
I think Eric took first though last year. Eric took first.
Yes, I did because I picked Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yep,
that's cap.
I did not.
That's cap.
No, you can check it.
I don't think I can.
Eric, he beat me by one.
I wasn't second last year.
There were a couple of surprises. Yeah. I took second. Yeah.
Y'all lying.
But the big main surprise is best actress. It has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have. Yes, Lily Gladstone would have won.
That's what I put down. I put Lily Gladstone as well.
I had Emma Stone.
One of those rare things where
I had Emma Stone just because she's Emma Stone.
It's one of those rare things that happens where it's like both of those performances deserved Oscars. Like they should have gotten that. And it's like you have to pick one. And it's like there really isn't, as much as like film Twitter want to argue and do all this. It's like it was one of those rare things. It's like there isn't a wrong choice. The performances are amazing for completely different reasons.
Yes.
Then it's like they just picked. I don't know. They picked.
See, and I'm second with Lily Gladstone, even though she didn't win. It's if you saw Killer of the Flower Moon, look at the range of emotions she went through. You know, those range
playing
of emotions.
sick half the time.
Now, Emma Stone is Emma Stone, but it just seemed he had to play this
Emma Stone
character. Like she did some wild, crazy stuff in it, but it was just.
I haven't watched Poor Things yet, but I'm gathering like to a degree, Emma Stone kind of plays a disabled character, like relearning to live and shit, right?
Yeah. She plays like a child.
She learns a lot of things. And it's insane. Like I watched Poor Things like with my mouth open. Like I was like, oh my god. Like I didn't. It's like you kind of get the gist of what it's about, sort of, from the trailers. Like, oh, it's kind of like Frankenstein, and it's like, it's insane, and it would have been insane to award the performance. Once you see it, it's like, holy shit, oh my god. Whose brain thought of this and showed it to her, and she read it and was like, I can do that, and then like did it. It's insane. Once you see it, even if you don't like it. Like my mom tried to watch Poor Things, and she texted me and was like, I can't do it. I can't. Like halfway, and I was like, Mom, I told you wouldn't like it. But even she was like, her performance is incredible. Like she deserved to win the Oscar, but I can't. Like, it's insane. And it's like Lily Gladstone was great. It's comparing the two. It's like not even fair. It's like that's why it's like I wish you give Oscars to everybody that deserves them, because it's like it's
been ever a
completely different things.
Has there ever been like a co-winner like that? Like just out of because I mean,
And,
there have been tied.
there was a tie with what's her name? No, she's still alive. God dog it. She was the dancing movie. God dog it. Look at me. Shut up, Randy.
Like Jennifer Grey.
There's
There
a
was
few
tie
dancing
in the
movies.
late 60s.
West Side
I
Story.
forget her name. That West Side Story, the late 60s. Liza Minnelli. Liza Minnelli.
You said Eliza.
She tied with somebody. I know, Liza Minnelli. She tied with somebody for her movie.
Cabaret? Was it
Cabaret? Yes.
Cabaret.
She tied Best Actress, and she tied with somebody else. We'll have to look it up right quick. But it's very rare in the acting category that there was a tie.
She got.
Should have been.
She got EGOT status, but should she have like EGOT, like almost EGOT status because she got a co-win?
Yeah,
You got EGOT with a small O.
She got.
It's a small O.
She got the small O. She needs a big O.
Late 60s.
But yeah, that was like, and this, I don't know, like acting wise, like all across.
I'm seeing.
the board.
It looks like Katharine Hepburn and
Like-
Barbara Streisand won in the same year.
Is that the one I'm talking about? Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah, Liza Minnelli didn't tie, so it was.
Yeah, she won it straight out.
Katharine Hepburn won for The
Was it
Lion
for-
in Winter, and Barbara Streisand won for Funny Girl, both in '68.
For Yentl?
Funny
Whoa.
Girl.
Well, good for them.
Katharine Hepburn
Yeah,
won in
that's probably
back-to-back
the only
years.
one.
But I don't know. Like acting wise, all across the board this year, it was like one of those things. It was like you pick your favorite, what you think is gonna. But it's like most of it. It's like they all like deserve to win. Like when you look, it's like maybe I wouldn't have voted for Cillian Murphy for actor, but it's just like how you gonna watch that movie
Excuse me.
and be like, nah, he did. It's like he carries the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Well, that's all on his shoulders at the end of the day.
Yeah. I think the one category where everybody was left in the dust is supporting actor.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But even still, I was like, you.
But
look
those
the other
are they're strong
performances,
though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
They're so
Yeah,
good
yeah.
to the point where it's like it's weird that it's a lock
Because
when like Sterling K. Brown is as good as he is in
right.
American.
And I was saying, like, man, it's too bad he won't get nominated. That's what I
Yeah,
said. That's
thinking
what I
it was so much cooler, and
Who?
like they're talking
Yeah.
about like, well, DiCaprio should have been nominated for actor, and it's like maybe so. He's great as per usual. But like, isn't it so much cooler that like Jeffrey Wright and Coleman Domingo like got
Yeah.
their
Yep.
first nominations and are equally as good? Like,
Yeah.
it's like nobody's know who's gonna win and who's not gonna win, but it's like it's cooler to me that like Mark Ruffalo got nominated for that weird shit that he does. Nobody's seen Poor Things, but it's so weird and bizarre, and it's like I like that. I like that we
Yes.
nominated that, and like instead of just talking about Ken for the entire Oscar season,
Yeah.
like it was just like
Do these
he's
like
up against Mark Ruffalo.
do these like quirky and
Yeah.
like oddball performances getting nominated kind of like imply that maybe the committee is like getting younger
Nope.
in
Well,
taste?
maybe we're back.
Nope. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because the wrong movie won for best song. The wrong song won for best.
I agree.
Because
The Whisper
who's
song
gonna
from Barbie.
remember? Who's gonna remember that song? Which Barbie song are you gonna remember more?
Ken.
I'm just kidding.
I'm just Ken.
I
Yeah.
think
You
either
know-
Barbie song is fine. And I was like
But-
the song nominees were weird. It was like you had the two Barbie songs.
Also, Rihanna
Could
lost
have had
last
a
year.
third Barbie song, but it was like they did two Barbie songs, and then all the other songs it was like they drew from a hat because like what the
Yeah.
fuck was that Diane Warren Cheetahs song?
They just nominate her because she's Diane Warren. At
She's
this
the
point.
John Williams of
Yeah.
original song. We're like, well, we got.
Didn't one of you, or did I put that in there? He hasn't won an Oscar in 30 years.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like we got to nominate John. It's like you can't argue with it. It's like Indiana Jones, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, Indiana Jones. Yeah, that's pretty great.
Like
And it's-
I do agree with Eric though, because like out of the two Barbie songs now, great. Like sometimes I feel like people win Oscars just because it's like not because of what it is, but because of who they are. Like,
Legacy.
Don't get me wrong. Billie Eilish is phenomenal. Song is great and all that. but I agree that I Just Can should have won. And, like history was on the line. If Billie Eilish wins, she's the first person on the age of 30 with two
let's go
Oscars,
back
this and
a
that.
couple of years.
It's
Since we
like,
talk about songs, which song do you think people are? I don't know. Probably not. That's probably
Motherfuckers
not
are still
a good
banging
one.
that RRR, bro.
Yeah.
Are they?
No.
Okay. Let It Go or Happy.
Happy.
Let it go.
I
Let
know
It Go.
Nick is gonna say Let It Go.
Let It Go.
Really?
I don't know that. What one? Was it Happy? Was it that the
No,
same
Let It-
year?
Let It
Fuck,
Go
that
one.
would've-
Yeah.
Happy
same
was a
year.
bop, bro.
It was
Like,
the
Happy
same
is a jam. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
But again, and I feel like I've talked about this before.
Adele
I'm gonna say
Dazeem
I
did
say
kill it.
Any opportunity I get.
What's
We're
that?
talking about those songs and how big both of those songs were, Oscar-nominated songs. How big they were, how they transcended the film they were in. They are a part of pop culture forever. It's like, how is it possible that we don't talk about Bruno
I was
is
just
the
thinking
highest
that.
charting Disney song of all time? How is that even
I was
possible?
just thinking that. And
Yeah.
they nominated
Who talks
the other
about
song.
that song?
The other, yeah.
They nominated the other song. Like, that's what
Yeah,
I don't
that
get
song
either. I was
wasn't
just
even
thinking.
Yeah, it's like they're
It's
saying,
really weird.
just pick one at this point.
It's like Let It Go is not the highest charting Disney single ever. Anyway, whatever. They're all better than the Cheetos song.
Billie Eilish won for No
Whatever
Time
the
to
fuck.
Die.
That was.
I
She's
haven't
got,
heard it.
Billie Eilish has 2 Oscars. She is the youngest
in 3
two-time
years.
Oscar winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 wins in 3 years is kind of crazy.
I'm not mad at it. Both of those songs are great. I wasn't mad at the song when.
Nah, you can't be.
No.
But it was a real interesting year.
Had it been like, I don't know, it was like the other 3 songs. It's not that they were bad. Like the
Killers of Flower
the
Moon.
Flower Moon thing was cool. I
Yeah.
didn't know that was like a song made out of for the movie. I don't
Yeah.
know. That was like cool. John
Did
Batiste
anybody?
was always great.
Yeah. Did
But I
anybody
didn't know
see
the
Past
songs.
Lives? Past Lives?
It's phenomenal.
Yes.
I
I just watched it a couple weeks ago.
There
It's not
was an Oscar first that now the people will talk about with that although my boy won Ludwig Göransson for Oppenheimer, 2-time Oscar winner now.
No
Black
big deal.
Panther. No big deal.
No big
Everybody got a couple of Oscars
Yeah.
except Martin Scorsese. But
Straight up.
yeah. But Past Lives, the guy who was nominated for original score, his first score ever.
deal. Damn.
Yeah. Talk about
One
a
impressive thing about that movie.
Jerkson
Past Lives was
Fendrix.
okay. I feel like I was a little harsh on Past Lives. It's okay.
It's,
I
yeah.
watched it a second time, and like my expectations were different. It's a good movie. I just like I didn't understand the hype that
Yeah,
surrounded
it is severely
People
overrated.
acted like it was. Yeah, they were
I
like,
wanted
"This
it,
is the greatest film I've ever seen," and I was like, "It's not the greatest film I've seen this week. I don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand this."
It's a 5
Yeah,
because I read a
context
review on a
people,
letterbox and that review gave it a 5, so I give it a
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, everyone's oh my god.
So how many
my
stars?
life-
3, right, Nick?
I gave it a 4.
3, maybe a 3.5. I'm like it could be a
So
3.5.
you'll
It's
yeah.
good. It's not bad. It's good. It's well acted.
Yeah.
It's just it did the thing that like a lot of movies are doing lately.
My
and
wife
people
loved
just eat
it.
it up and don't even think. Where it's just like
yeah.
every little tidbit from it is like, I want this to be. I used to call it Tumblr, but that's not really a thing anymore. It's more like, I don't know, but it's like I want people to quote this on Tumblr. Like, and Everything Everywhere All at Once did it a lot too. Like every other line was some like someone smoke a cigarette, and then say this profound one-liner, and then smoke the cigarette. And it's like you just want people to share that as a meme.
I can't believe we were friends when
And
we
it's
were
like-
kids, and now we
Yeah.
reconnected.
Maybe it's just our past lives, and it's like you want it to just be like that, and it did that, and then it was like,
If you-
okay,
If,
you want to get on the
if
train?
your clothes touch
Yeah, let's
somebody
go to the
that you walk past, you're going through generations of history.
Yeah, and I'm like, go fuck yourself, dude. And it's like, she's like, "Do you want to get on the train?" He's like, "Yeah, let's get on the train." And then they get on the train and stand there.
There's our
And
poster.
It's like centered cinematography. It's like centered, and it's just them.
Past lives
Yeah.
right on their
It's like,
neck.
"You want to go take a
Speaking-
walk?"
That's the poster.
I'm sorry, Nick, but gotta go out the centered. Shout out to Wes Anderson.
Yeah,
Got his first
Right,
one.
Yeah,
But you
And,
can't say that about Wes Anderson because all his stuff is so, it's not style over substance. It's
no, it's not. He had
There's
both.
a lot of style, but
Yeah,
it's
Right.
yeah. I'm not saying that Past Lives is style over substance. I'm just saying it's so much of it was like film Twitter 101.
Dude,
that
it
I was
was
just like
Past
this is
Lives
frustrating.
was just it was the perfect contrast at the time to Spider-Verse. Everybody was talking about Spider-Verse, and A24 put out this fucking romantic movie, and it was just the perfect contrast that weekend. It's a very
it's
good
also
and well
just, like-
executed movie, but it's
Yeah,
overrated
wow,
as
that was
fuck.
the same weekend. God damn.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, it didn't come to my theater, so I blind.
Yeah,
It was one
it
of my
didn't.
2 blind buys.
Because I saw the spider across
Yeah.
the what's name 3 times.
Yeah,
The Iron Claw, if we're talking A24, the Iron Claw was better than Past Lives.
Yeah, they put their. It was
Oh.
like even Past Lives. It was like Past Lives, the movie did its own work because it was like they put all their oomph behind the zone of interest,
Yeah.
which I hated.
Yeah.
And like they put no oomph behind the Iron Claw, and it died, like it didn't get in.
Yeah.
The zone
That's
of
terrible.
interest, like to me, like I was like all in on Past Lives. Like I was like, man, fuck, this is the most overrated movie. And then I went and saw the Zone of Interest, and now it's my like, fuck you, go fuck yourself movie of the year. I like rethought about Past Lives. I was like, Past Lives is pretty good.
But I gotta I wonder what y'all's are. Here's mine for a good reason. Because I think the behavior can I wouldn't say
Zone of Interest one
there
sound.
is
Did
No, there's a problem.
quickly did Zone of Interest really deserve
that?
sound over Oppenheimer?
no.
Fuck no.
Okay.
And that's the thing, like it's such a cool choice for sound because of the way they use sound. Which I'm like, okay, that's cool. But the shtick with the sound in the movie was not that cool. Like I was like, this is the whole movie. This is the whole like 90-minute movie. It's like I'm over it in 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, this is cool. Like this Zone of Interest should have been a short film, and I would have been like, this is great. This is a work of art. But like as a 90+ minute movie, it was nothing to me. Like I was completely just. They're like, you didn't get it. I was like, I understood it completely.
Completely.
I watch more movies than you. Like it just didn't,
Nick, you got to go hang out with the film kids.
Yeah.
The snobs.
Kids. You don't know about film
I did
kids.
my,
I don't
like-
hang out with kids at all.
Like I'm
You're
a
not
grown
cool.
ass man. No,
I
don't.
did my Monday morning reaction, and like the one comment I got was that Zone of Interest really did deserve sound. Like, no, bruh. Like the sound in
Yeah,
Oppenheimer
that sound.
during the detonation scene, that's cinema.
It's just it's like
Even
I don't know, man. I'm just glad it won that and not like
Best Picture.
something else like screenplay or whatever. Like, or did it win screenplay?
No, I think
which movie?
Zone of
Zone of
Interest.
Interest.
Where's screenplay? I have the winners up.
So that's the one I wanted to talk about. So
No,
screenplay.
it didn't. Okay? And thank God.
Yeah,
It
Howard
won.
Johnson.
It won international.
Yeah.
Original
it won,
screenplay was
international
Anatomy of a
feature.
Fall. The surprising adapted American Fiction winning adapted was like the surprise
Yeah.
that I liked.
And that was
Thank-
cool.
Right, and that's the one
Cool.
I wanted to. We can segue on that because that's the one I want to talk about. I think he gave one of. It was a lot of good speeches,
Facts.
but I think he gave one of the best speeches of the night because of what he said
Yeah.
about like let's instead of making all these big 2 or 3 blockbusters, let's make 10 smaller movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make 30.
20 smaller
Yeah.
movies. And 20, 30. And
Big studios
Like,
don't
yeah,
care about
'cause-
that shit.
No,
It's the whole thing because like something that like everybody is like afraid to mention like until Top Gun came out. Like everything is like Blockbuster saved the movie theater industry. They did. They simply
Tom
did.
Cruise
Whether we want to
specifically.
admit it or not, the MCU saved it. The Fast and the Furious, Quiet Place, Godzilla and Kong, all those movies
Ass.
shoved along and kept theaters open and got people back into the theaters. And by the time we got to the end of 2021, Spider-Man made what, like $1.5 billion? And it was,
To the point that we're about to get this fucking Dookie Fest, Godzilla versus Kong, the new Empire. That shit looks so bad.
But it's like, until Top Gun came out, it was like they didn't get the, like, it was like, oh, cinema's back. We got it. It's like,
it doesn't matter
like,
what the movie is.
Back,
My theaters never get packed. My theater was packed for Top Gun.
Yeah. And it was like, but it was like, okay, we are so back. And it's like, yes, we are. We're back. And then you had Top Gun, then you had Multiverse of Madness, you have Top Gun, you had Avatar. So it's like, we are back. But it's like, okay, now that we're back, every movie doesn't need to be Argyle coming out in like February with like a $200 million price tag for no reason. Like, we can go back to being normal.
I liked Argyle.
We're normal. It's not that I didn't like Argyle, but it's like it's coming out in February.
You've been hating on Argyle since the 90th time you saw the same trailer over and over and over and over.
Yeah, they should have had a different trailer for Argyle for sure. And then it's also just like, is the hype there to throw all this money? I guess they know what they're doing over at Apple. They keep
it's like we just sold our 2 billionth phone. Put all that money into that movie.
And now we can get Napoleon, and it's like, okay,
and it's being smart. It's being smart with your budget. Dune Part 2 costs less than The Flash to make.
Woo.
And it looks so much better.
So much better.
You see?
Yo, like, I don't want to panic. I want to, like, this. I don't know if this has anything to do with anything, but do we think that, like, Amazon and Apple are going to do these, like, year-long streaming things with, like, Bottoms and Argyle, Napoleon, Killers of the Flower Moon, and then put them on physical?
I hope they put them on physical.
I need Killers of the Flower Moon and Argyle on physical.
Yeah, Flower Moon and, like, that needs, like, that stuff. And, like, Napoleon, we haven't even talked about Napoleon being on physical.
Because it was mid.
Well, Randy, if you bought a 4K, you could get
Rocket,
Killers of the Flower Moon on 4K.
Rocket, you shut the F up.
Who has Apple Plus?
I do. I got it.
I don't think I've watched it since the Seth Rogen Platonic show, but I have it.
Yeah, I paid for it so I could watch that movie with Tom Hanks and the robot, and I just forgot to.
There's other shit on there I want to watch.
There's good stuff on there.
I had a free trial, and it paid for a 1 month though. I'm like, hell no, I don't want Apple.
I pay for the bundle though.
Have you guys seen Monarch: Legacy of Monsters? That's pretty good.
I want to watch. That's what I want to watch. That's what's on there that I want to watch.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
I stopped short two episodes of Monarch. I'm gonna try to go back and like watch them before the new one. I hope it's been pretty good.
I won't have
from
time.
what I watched. I started it like when it came out and then watched it real slow.
But it's good. The market is flooded.
Yeah.
From what I heard, I agree with you, Randy, because they need to. I'm guessing. I hope they do what Disney Plus is.
I say a lot of prolific shit. What are you talking about?
Where like some of the stuff, like these TV shows, like on Disney Plus, come out, and then like a year and a half, like Prey. What was it? A little bit over a year later, it drops on physical. I'm hoping they do that because they're gonna have to recoup some of that money between Napoleon, Argyle, and Killers of the Flower Moon. They spent close to $750 million, and I think combined,
none of
those three movies made not even $250 million.
Yeah, they ate that.
Them motherfuckers better put out a new watch.
But it's like, it's funny though, because anyway, we were talking about he was talking about let's not make any more big movies and let's make these little movies. And we started talking about
let's not make so many
movies.
Yeah.
But I love.
But also look at the creator. Look at the special effects.
Steve Jobs.
That, I think the budget was like $50 million or some shit like that.
Stephen Q. Jobs.
The effects was phenomenal.
Oh, the creator of the movie. What won visuals or whatever over that?
Godzilla minus.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, Godzilla minus.
I've seen like one picture of Godzilla that like blows my mind, and like, okay, yeah, give that the Oscar.
$15 million budget,
bro. Really so cool. Like, yeah.
They had the little figure up there on stage with them. That shit was dope.
Yeah, that's dope. That was dope.
It has the catering budget, the new Godzilla versus Kong movie.
Yeah,
that shit is gonna be so trash.
I think it looks fun.
Do not make me go watch this new Godzilla versus Kong.
I think it's just funny. Like, I think it looks fun, and I like that we can have different iterations of Godzilla, and nobody hates on it. Like, in Japan, they aren't, like, shitting on us, and we aren't like, oh, fuck -1. Like, we're all like, oh, it's all fun, it's all great. I like that.
No, bro.
It's just amazing how, like, they could be coming off of -1, being as simple but, like, epic as it is, like, epic in scale and scope as it is. And it's like, this is what we have. Like,
bruh.
Is that a mini Kong? It's like, well, fucking A.
Godzilla 14,
thing on? It's like,
Kong Skull Island, King of the Monsters, Godzilla vs. Kong all have like posters, one sheets that look like paintings. The new Empire, all the posters suck.
I disagree. I think they look great.
No.
Godzilla's pink. We don't know why. Like, why is he pink? They haven't explained it at all.
Before,
like,
hopefully they will.
Was it Arthur the King? The last time I saw the new Empire trailer, it hit me. I think Godzilla turns pink when he goes to like that underworld.
Yeah, something stupid.
Right?
They're gonna have to explain it. Like, it's gonna be like,
right?
Oh, look at him. He's gay now, and it's gonna be like they're gonna have to explain.
Godzilla's gay now.
It's like, oh god, they made him gay.
Gayzilla.
Like, there's just something about it. Like, it looks so silly.
We'll see.
Silly.
It comes out.
And I'm like, I'm exciid. Fuck it. Did it cost like $800 million to make? Because that sucks. Did it cost $120 million to make? Because then I'm like, okay, you'll make that.
Like,
who's directing it? Isn't it Adam Wingate doing it again, or?
Yeah.
There's no way. Like, is it the same director?
Yeah,
it's him. It's Adam Wingard. Yeah.
The dude that did that movie.
Wingard. Yeah.
Oh, so that's how Dan Stevens got put in this.
Right.
Hell yeah. And it's like all the actors are like otherwise like like Rebecca Hall and like Brian Tyree Henry. Like, these are awards nominated actors.
Why did they come back?
Serious, and these are just cash grab roles for
yes.
them. Like, they're like,
it's like all the agents have like this fucking conference, and they be like, okay, we're gonna tell these actors, do your prestige shit, do your franchise shit. And this is just the franchise shit. I can't
imagine filming this. When I watched the trailer for it, I can't imagine filming it. Like, they always talk about, even like MCU actors, like it's become a trend where they'll be like, well, you're acting in front of a green screen, and it becomes like a joke. It's like, yeah, but like they build sets for like Asgard and things like that. It's not like a 100% green screen all the time. But it's like, I'm looking at like Godzilla X Kong, which, what the fuck is the title? What do we call it? But anyway. And I'm like, how did they film this? None of this is real. This is like Quantum Mania, learn nothing.
But you know what?
And it's like Kong has an Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah,
that. What the heck is with the thing? The glove.
He has a Nintendo Power Glove.
His arm or something. Yeah, he's got the Power Glove from the Wizard. I'm gonna be
Empire after Ghostbusters. I'm gonna be Empired out.
Yeah, Frozen Empire, New Empire.
Too many empires. Empire Strikes Back.
They're saying is the budget is over $200 million. Now, did you all watch the Oscars when they were showing the visual effects category? They were showing the breakdown.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Really?
For Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1, they showed the train sequence.
That was dope.
Like, you didn't know because they showed the part where he was hanging. And
Tom Cruise really did that shit.
Some of the best visual effects are the invisible visual effects. Because how many Tom Cruise crazy ass could have done that for real? It looked real.
He do that shit for free.
Inside the train, and and they were doing the visual effects breakdown. I'm like, oh, those were visual effects, you know. And
while I'm thinking about
yeah, it's
fuck Paramount for retitling that part 1.
yeah, that's probably it. But yeah, Godzilla, like you said, Godzilla X Kong or the New Empire, it's like it's a video game.
Times Kong, Godzilla times Kong equals the New Empire.
Godzilla
times Kong.
It's mad.
It looks fun. I'm not saying like I'm excited, but it also is. It kind of just reminds me of like when I would see like, oh, there's a new Transformers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. Fuck Jimmy Kimmel, bro. Rise of the Beast was fun. He was shitting on Rise of the Beast.
He was making. He's not coming back next year.
No, he was. Those jokes were bad. I'm sorry.
A lot of his stuff. You know who secretly auditioned? What's my boy name? He was doing the joke about
Joe Coy.
Build a Dream.
John, what's his name?
Hey, Mulaney was killing it. Mulaney was killing it.
That's his audition. If they don't offer him the job,
he had the best. He had the best Madam Web gag of the night.
Yeah, because he hosted the Governor's Awards too, and a lot of people
I didn't know that.
Really good. Yeah, he made the joke about Angela Bassett. He was like, she got nominated for an Oscar for a Marvel movie. That's like winning a Pulitzer for a Reddit comment.
Yo, but
the better looking movie,
Spider Pig about to get recast though.
What happened?
I said Spider Pig is about to get recast though.
Oh, can't be.
I joke.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I'm intoxicated. I haven't had any dinner. I hope Ghostbusters is as fun as it looks.
I think it will be.
I'm so hyped to rewatch Afterlife.
It's one
and the
part
first one,
and
the Paul Feig.
I'm looking forward to. And the who what now?
I'm just rambling about Ghostbusters. I'm
Ghostbusters,
being rude. Ignore me.
No, it's a sequence. I'm sure it's gonna be. It's fun. They showed a couple of clips of it. The library ghost from the first movie. Like every ghost we busted is gonna come back to haunt us. If they play that sequence how I think they play it, oh my goodness, I'm gonna jump out my damn seat. If they play it like I hope they play it,
they do it good. Which I think, I mean, you know, I think that's something that they're gonna do with Ghostbusters now. That after the one movement, you know, underperformed, I guess. They're just gonna kind of stick to like the fans. They're gonna be like, well, whatever the fans want.
It's Sony. Don't give them that much credit.
We want Slimer back. It's like, fuck it, put him in there. Doesn't matter.
We know Slimer's in it. He's in the trailer.
We'll make it make sense. Fuck it.
Yeah, and I got a message because I know they listen to this podcast for the Funko Company. Because I told I put this in the chat, but for the people, it's not really a spoiler, but it kind of is. I know
the name of the antagonist,
the main ghost in the new, and how it's supposed to look based on the Funko Pop.
Zool too,
because they have it is exclusive in what's that freaking store? Box Lunch store.
Yeah, I know that's
cool. You spoiled it for me.
Zool the sequel.
Zool the sequel.
Tall, dark, and horny at 9 o'clock.
In the next 3 weeks,
and
in the next 3 weeks, we got Godzilla. What is it called? The New Empire. But the movie we're not talking about is the one after those two.
Monkey Man.
Monkey Man.
Because the next episode we're doing the second quarter preview. Fool.
Hey man.
Oh, hey, Mr. T. Like, chill out, fool.
I pity the fool.
Oh, Monkey Man. But man, it's amazing, and I gotta give it to you. Back in the day, I had a crush on Annie Potts as Janine.
Hey. Ghostbusters, what do you want? Yeah, straight. Hey, you watch Young Sheldon, bruh. Hey.
Did somebody else see that? I didn't know she was in it.
Meemaw.
Nobody watched Sheldon.
Cause y'all hate. Yeah. Like, I still don't know what the hate on The Big Bang Theory is.
Never watched the show.
You suck.
Never watched it. Never watched it.
Nah, honestly, I probably saw. I saw a clip. They were in a line for a Star Wars movie, and they ran into a real actor. What was his name? That's the only
Will
clip I've ever
Wheaton.
seen.
It was a
Show.
It was a Star Trek movie, and it was Will Wheaton.
There you go. I'm sorry, man. I think I saw that 5 minutes of the show. Will Wheaton.
They've never mentioned anything
Chicago
Chicago related.
I saw the other one where somebody ruined the Indiana Jones movie, saying that if Indiana Jones wasn't in it, everything would have still happened. I saw a little bit of that episode.
It's not Die Hard taking out Christmas.
Stupid. Oh, but yeah, it's gonna be.
See, y'all let me drink on wax, and we got so skewed away from the Oscars that we just randomly conversing right now.
Yeah, no, we were talking with a meaning. We were talking about the Empire movies.
Nah, bro. So Christopher Nolan finally won Best Director after deserving it for every other movie he's ever done.
Yeah,
That's true.
and they brought up the controversy from the Weinstein goofballs when they basically bullied to get nominated for, I think it was The Reader.
Trash.
The Reader.
Yeah, because everybody was expecting Dark Knight to be the first comic book movie to be nominated.
You watch movies, you don't read them.
Yeah, it's
That's why they moved to the 10 nominees.
the year
I
after,
always tell myself,
literally.
So in case
Because
we
I
get
was-
bullied, we can still nominate deserving films.
Yeah. But no, rewatching Oppenheimer after probably I think it's the 4th time I saw it.
Yeah.
It's you realize.
Yo, that is half of a day that you've watched that movie.
Amen.
Amen.
You gotta start. You either gotta start real early or real late.
That movie's fantastic.
Yeah, and it's it's just a.
I won't watch it again
Like
until
Nick
Nolan's
was
next
saying,
movie.
it's like the actor's gift of gift giving with the actors. Like God,
Every best supporting actor is nominated from Oppenheimer. This is a travesty.
Yeah, I had a feeling that they probably couldn't choose.
Robert
That girl
Downey
there.
Jr., Matt
John-
Damon, David Krumholtz, Dane
I
DeHaan.
thought Josh Hartnett
Remy
was going to
Malek,
get a
Josh
mention in there
Hartnett.
too.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, how did they, besides Robert Downey Jr., they probably didn't put anybody up else because they didn't want to get canceled out. There was so many choices
Yeah.
that they made.
Two
Oh,
Avengers
man.
nominated for the same award.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great page on Oscar fraud. It's a nickname for, like, why did Jamie Foxx get nominated for Best Supporting Actor in Collateral? And he's in
'Cause he
every
killed
single
it.
scene in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
what's
true.
the movie with Daniel Kaluuya, which he actually won for, but
Judas and the Black
Ethan
Messiah.
Field was nominated. Yeah, they
No.
were both nominated for supporting actor.
They supported each
that
other.
didn't make any sense.
Well, look at Christian
I
Bale.
guess.
Look at Christian Bale in The Fighter. I guess him and Mark Wahlberg had almost the same exact amount of time on screen, but they knew he wasn't going to win Best Actor, so they put him for Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah, it's
Well,
interesting.
The Fighter is Mark
Yeah.
Wahlberg's story.
Well,
Yeah,
it's a
but-
character story.
Yeah.
But
Character
you
story.
argue.
Dickie Eklund, yeah.
Purpose. They had almost the equal amount of, screen
It's
time.
true.
Yeah.
With,
But 10 years, yeah, because Interstellar kind of got.
Nick, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm turning back. Hold on.
Hey, language, YouTube.
It's my show. Fuck
Say-
YouTube.
You think he'll come get you, man?
I ain't getting paid off this shit no way.
The YouTube fans.
YouTube can eat a dick.
Yeah. But no, it's funny how
What
I don't know,
what is going
somebody
on in
used to
Richmond?
like Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, that's crazy. Fuck Dances with Wolves.
Yeah, because this is third movie in a row where 10 nominations, 0 wins.
That's
Yep.
wild.
That's nuts.
And
Right.
Dances with Wolves, going back to that, and I said it before. And
Goodfellas is a piece de resistance or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck you say.
yeah, Dances with Wolves
That's not what you said.
it's an okay movie, but like, which one do y'all would want to watch right now?
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
11 times out of
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
Ever
watched
since I
Dancing
can
Rose if I
remember,
wanted
I always
to go to
wanted to be a
sleep, because
gangster.
that movie was boring as hell, man. I thought that movie ended like 3 times.
Dances
when I
with
first saw
Wolves
it.
is like an achievement in like filmmaking.
Ain't
on,
nobody
like, a
ever
different
really danced
scale.
with wolves.
But it's like,
You could
but
go,
it's like, yeah.
you could go
What's the
down the
better
street
movie?
and find dozens of Goodfellas in real life. Ain't nobody ever danced with no wolf.
Yeah.
But
I'll tell you this.
Wolves
I'll
don't
tell you this.
exist.
I'd rather watch Kevin Costner, The Postman, than Kevin Costner Dancing with
snap.
Wolves.
oh,
Cap.
yo,
Welcome back to Cap.
Yeah.
Nick
But
Lighting.
you speak to that.
Hold on, like,
Yeah.
have I had so many drinks that am I tripping, or did Nick Lighting just get like way better?
I turned on a lamp back there while I was getting my charger.
You didn't have to like close this fucking computer, bro. I want to talk about I want to talk about Divine Joy Randolph before we like wrap up, and don't mention like she was one of the most deserving.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
She swept like all season. I don't think anybody beat her.
She was like
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. She swept at every single Oscar award thing they had. It was her and Robert Downey Jr. won every single time, so
Jeez.
that was a no-brainer.
Yeah, she's the backbone of the Holdovers. Like, I didn't love it like Nick did, but she is the heartbeat of that movie.
I lost my mind over the Holdovers. I don't realize it's like I don't know when. It's like I loved it, and I'll watch it forever.
I'll
And
rewatch it
people
in
don't talk
December.
about this too about her. She's phenomenal in Only Murders in the Building.
Yes.
She's phenomenal in
She's
that
so
too.
good. Like that.
Facts.
That's what I said. It was like she did some red carpet stuff, and I think it was Laverne Cox or somebody was like interviewing her, and there was this constant air. Like it was like, well, what's next? There's like, I'm so glad people are seeing you. I'm like, she was the
She's
security
been
guard
around.
in Office Christmas Party.
Yeah,
And
But, like,
she
she-
was in Dolomite with Eddie Murphy.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So-
She's been in primarily comedies, though. This hopefully opens a lot
Yeah.
more doors for other genres.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
And she's funny in this.
Yeah.
And then she's the thing, she's like 37, 8. Like, she's like 30
Hey, so
something.
am I.
And like, I fully bought her as like, she was a mother who lost her like
Yeah.
adult son. Like, I was like, dude, shut up.
It's just crazy though. Like Eric said earlier though, before I bounce, is Coleman
Mhm.
Domingo. Love that guy. Coleman Domingo, fantastic. The first time I ever saw Coleman Domingo that I can remember was in season 1 of Fear
Fear the Walking Dead.
And I'm thinking,
Dead.
I'm
Rick-
thinking,
Nick
I'm
Froze
watching this
again.
movie, the show, and I'm like, why isn't this guy in other stuff? I go through his filmography. He's in The Birth of a Nation. I'm like,
Been
I see,
around,
but I
yeah.
don't remember. Like, he's done other stuff. He's been at the acting game for so long.
Yeah.
But he's had like bit roles here, bit
Yeah.
roles there.
You know what
And-
that is?
Racism.
That's like Michael Fassbender. You're like, wait, he was a 300?
Even
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jonah Hex.
And
the
like
same
Coleman
year he
Domingo,
Inglorious
and, like,
Bastards.
you know,
did- Yeah.
Divine Joyce Randolph, you know, I'm glad that they're getting their due now for putting up and not giving up.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day is like I said, Coleman Domingo to me was Fear the Walking Dead. I'm like, this guy is too damn good. And I'm thinking, I hope they put him in more stuff. Meanwhile, I guess filmography, he's been in stuff that I've seen. He was never a big name. You don't think about that. He's a crazy one. I was just watching Unlawful Entry. Got it from Shout Factory.
I know what you're about to
Threw it
say.
on. Eric, you probably do. There's a scene towards the end where, I don't know if you've seen it, not a spoiler, but Kurt Russell, he's in jail. He's sitting on the bench. I look and I'm like, oh shit, that's Jaimon Hansu sitting right next to him. Jaimon Hansu has,
Yeah.
I think one thing, he laughs because he hears a conversation between Kurt Russell and his
Rocket,
lawyer.
calm down.
He laughs. No, I'm not going to calm down.
World's biggest giant.
That's-
I'm not calming down.
He laughs. But the thing is, Jaimon Hansu, he only went by the name of Jaimon, but he was in the movie for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Who?
I had to go check on IMDb if that was really him. It was. And I'm like, holy, she's been in stuff that we never knew until we saw Gladiator.
Wait, so his
And he
first
was
movie
doing
wasn't
work
Amistad?
prior to that.
Amistad.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Huh?
Amistad,
Yeah.
but like, I didn't see Amistad before Gladiator. I had to go back and see Amistad. So that's what I'm saying. Like Gladiator was like his second big movie. You know,
probably his biggest. Yeah, and I think Diamond Hanson, he's like one of the most underappreciated. Like, he like character actor work, and he's got leading actor.
Facts. Absolutely.
Like, I don't want to even say potential. That sounds like I'm undermining. It's like he should be leading movies, and instead he's like, let's put him in Captain Marvel as like bad guy number 2, and it's like.
That's my thing with Bill Skarsgård. Like, Bill Skarsgård should be out here nominated every year, but he's getting typecast in all these nerd movie roles.
Yeah, he was the clown. Let's make him the clown that bites.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. It's like, okay, cool.
And that's the thing, though, too, is like, that was a thing about him being casted as the Crow. Going back to that.
Nobody else wanted it.
You know him as Pennywise. You know? That's true. But also him being in the, like, I hear people say, oh, it's Pennywise as the Crow. It's like, no.
If they would have kept, I stand by this, if they would have kept the paint as the same as Brandon Lee, he would have been Pennywise in black and white instead of red and black.
Yeah, it would have been like,
red and white.
I will tell you this right now. Skarsgård, you can say what you want. Like I said, I'm going to keep an open mind to this. He got fit for that role.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he got jacked.
Yeah.
He definitely got jacked.
That other movie coming out, too. That look crazy ass.
Boy Eats World.
Goth rockers are known for being in really great shape.
Goth rockers.
It's gonna be great.
But y'all know that Boy Eats World shit ain't never coming to my theater.
Nope.
You don't know?
Oh, I know.
But what other Oscar stuff? Nothing really. There wasn't any like jaw dropping like
musical performances.
Once the Barbie screenplay shift thing happened, it was like there wasn't really ever a front runner for either screenplay category. So I liked the ones that they picked.
Boy Kills World.
Because like I'm pretty sure the Zone of Interest was nominated for screenplay, and it's like it had no screenplay. Like, I'm sorry. Anybody who watched it, like, I'm sorry. There is no screenplay for that movie. Whereas Anatomy of a Fall screenplay was nuts. So I'm like, I liked it. And then American Fiction. Like, I loved American Fiction. I watched it.
Why doesn't that... What studio did American Fiction?
Was it Ryan? I don't know why I'm thinking of Ryan.
Something like MGM.
It is. It's MGM. I'm telling you, like, we're all tripping on like Disney. We're all tripping on Disney and their physical media status. Amazon and MGM is not putting everything out on physical, and that's concerning to me because I want American Fiction on my shelf.
It's Saltburn and Bottoms are like not coming out.
Bottoms too. That's what I'm saying. Ever. Like, hopefully they do this year cycle on streaming and then let us buy it on physical.
Because that movie, anybody remember the movie? It was called Late Night with Emma Thompson and Mindy Kaling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went and saw that in the theater, and it never came out.
That was like 2019, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Prime Studios.
Barbarian.
Barbarian.
But that's Disney. That's Searchlight and Disney.
That was Prime, wasn't it?
Not Barbarian.
Movie theater.
Oh, you're talking
that came out in the theater.
Late Night.
Late Night was Amazon.
Yeah, Late Night went to Prime after it did theaters, and it got a normal theater release. It wasn't like, oh well, we'll just keep it tiny.
But it also came out in 2019.
Yeah, but that Beautiful Boy with Timothée Chalamet,
Steve Carell
did the same thing.
Oh,
that's trash.
Yeah, exactly. You forgot it existed.
Damn.
Because it went to streaming.
That's solid. Yeah.
Honey Boy with Shia LaBeouf was another one that I went to a theater and saw, and it was like Prime Studios and just never got a home video release. They've been doing it for a long time.
Did Gringo get a Blu-ray?
Yeah, with Oyelowo.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Oyelowo, Charlize Theron, Joel Edgerton.
That one did.
I know specifically that was Amazon.
But they've been doing it for a while. And then, like,
that's trash.
Fox titles, like, See How They Run, never got a physical release.
Disney.
Barbarian, never got a physical release. Yeah.
Hopefully, man, it's a super long shot. But if Sony is really going to start putting Disney's physical media out, maybe those movies might have a shot. But I think Disney still okays what they put out, right?
No, that's the thing is Disney tells Sony what to put out. So, for example,
it's so stupid.
Like the program, that's Touchstone.
They're not doing back catalog shit.
That's a DVD.
They're not going back.
But that's the problem. That's what I'm saying is a lot of people think Sony, okay, great, they made this deal. Sony's just going to put out this. No. Disney is going to tell them what to put out. So basically, Disney's still doing physical media, except they're not doing it. They just have
they're just going through.
They're just not going to manufacture the plastic.
So basically,
I feel like Disney are seeing the physical media as a hindrance to their streaming service. And and I feel like eventually, they want to get. It's like if we get rid of DVDs and Blu-rays, 4Ks, then everybody will just subscribe to Disney Plus. And I just don't think that's ever gonna happen.
I feel like the logic. I feel like I dead ass feel like the logic behind let's put out Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Andor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Moon Knight all on the same day is let's make it too expensive for motherfuckers to buy. Our sales will dip, and then we won't have to do it anymore. No?
Either that, or it's like somebody sees it as we have to recoup some of this money that we are hemorrhaging from Disney Plus.
Hopefully.
I mean, they aren't making any. They are losing money month to month with Disney Plus.
If you think about it,
into it.
Disney Plus.
That's what happens when you fucking cancel Mighty Ducks the Game Changers after 2 seasons, motherfuckers. And Turner and Hooch.
But it's they should have used Disney Plus as the vault.
Canceled the
yeah.
Because what they could have done, look, they had Agent Carter. They put that on ABC. Even those 2 seasons, they put, was a Marvel.
Bring that
Shield,
shit back.
Whatever it was.
Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah.
Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. They put that on ABC.
I still haven't seen the last 2 seasons.
Even if Agent Carter lasted 2 seasons and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on
revive it.
Revive it and put it on Disney Plus as a vault by WandaVision. They should have done that with WandaVision. Now you got millions of eyes on there, and now if you want to see it again, whether it's on physical or not, you have to come to Disney Plus. If you want to see all these TV shows, you put it out. Because I guarantee you, maybe Miss Marvel would have been better or, made money because now they know who Miss Marvel is.
I low-key love the
Monica
Marvels.
Rambeau is by watching WandaVision. Remember, in order to see these shows, you only exclusively had to sign up to Disney Plus. And that's what made the MCU great, was every movie was its own movie. Even though it was a sequel to another one that moved the story along, it was still its own contained movie. And you could jump in at any point in the timeline and you understand and didn't feel lost. Where now,
Someone else about TV shows and they didn't really plan it out to the.
Because remember, Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau,
fine.
She's a little kid. Now you see the Marvel, she's a grown ass adult, and also WandaVision.
Facts.
Scarlet Witch, she's a good guy. Now in Multiverse of Madness, she's the bad guy.
Yeah,
what the hell just happened?
Just jarring.
I think Disney screwed this up. They should have made the TV shows fine, but then put them on ABC. And when they ran their course, now a couple of months later, you could see them on Disney Plus. And then, if you want, now you release them on physical, but nobody is lost.
Yo, Multiverse of Madness should have been 45 minutes long. Because after Strange told Wanda, bro, your kids don't exist, that's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
So,
she's like, really?
I don't know what borough Rocket is from, but I just want him to know that the Nets just lost by 22.
Oh, I don't care about the Nets. They're not from Brooklyn.
The
from
Timberwolves are a first round out too because they beat the shit out of the Pacers, and I don't appreciate that shit.
Yeah. Pacers won't, but a New York fan, a real New York fan is a Knicks fan.
That's
good, bad, or not.
That's
no,
cap.
It's not. Trust me.
If you in Brooklyn, if you live in Brooklyn and you rooting for the Knicks, that's disrespect.
Bro, disrespect is coming from Jersey. That place is trash. So,
hey, Mary live in Jersey.
Go back to Jersey.
So,
man.
I don't know how much we really talk about the Oscars, but I think everybody that deserved actually won for once. Next episode, we probably gonna hit on a Saturday again because we gonna do the second quarter preview, and I would like as many heads as possible.
Excuse me.
Happy 316 day. Tomorrow, happy Indianapolis Day. Fuck St. Patrick's Day. Have a Steve Weiser and celebrate. It is Rec League Podcast. And fuck all I said fuck YouTube. Also fuck Spotify for podcasters. Cause I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do after they stop letting us record on that bitch. It's Rec League. Yo, Flow too sick. Show me where the clinic is. My clique full of outsiders and degenerates. Bars get me into trouble. Should I be penning this? But everything I spit got some sort of significance. I wake up every day, wipe the crust up out my eyes. Before I go earning bread, am I good on these supplies? Get up in the ride, Apple Music with the vibes. So into the music, didn't realize the red lights. You the type of dudes who wouldn't survive my battalion. Any magic potion could make a jackass a stallion. Bout my business, no time for you tunes. Like I'm Eddie Valiant, all about my peace, and you Judge Dooms is fucking up my balance. Go ahead and dip before I gotta get involved. I work with an equation until a problem gets solved. Y'all say you living it up on a beach playing golf. I say you stunting for the likes, lying like Jared Goff. And chill until the next episode.